Since I left Dallas, I think they have always kind of kept an eye on me from what I've heard. And it was just about waiting for the right time when, I was looking to come back to Dallas and when, they would be open to bringing me in. So then when I got the text from Eric asking if I wanted to come, it was a no-brainer for me. It was, somebody that I know and owe a lot to and really respect as a coach and as a person. To come back and get to work with him and come back to a club that, took me in when not many people did was a very easy conversation between me and my wife about where we should go, and I'm extremely happy to be here. I played for Houston Texans since I was 11 or 12 years old, and Eric came, I think I was maybe around 14 at the time, and to have him as a coach for those years was really special. He really helped my development a lot in those years, and have somebody push you to be the best that you can be. Looking back, it was the best thing that could have happened, and I have a lot to thank him for that.
Yeah, I think he was 13 when I first started working with him in the U14 age group, and he just a wiry young kid. That age you're growing into your body, so you're not quite mature. And he was one of the first kids I recognized when I first took the job that had a real bright future. Both-footed, had a love for the game, played with high velocity endurance package that not a lot of 13s play with, and he's one of those kids that you don't want to take off the field because he works tirelessly. He made your team better, made everybody around him better. So he's just one of those special youth players that you don't really take off the field.
That last season I had in Houston was probably my best year for sure. I think Eric and Lucci at the time was the director here for the academy. They were friends, and Eric kind of told them that they should take a look at me, and moving into a professional environment and getting the chance to be around the first team as much as possible. That's just an opportunity that not many kids get, and it's a difficult one to turn down when you know the track record of the academy here and the quality players that they've turned out.
Sometimes our environments have a ceiling as to what we can offer them in a pathway. That's where I felt like he and obviously Chris Richards, they were butting heads up against the ceiling of our pathway. And so I was searching, even before we won the national championship, I was searching for their next step that made the most sense because I knew they were going to be pros. And so it's all about relationships, right? I had a relationship with Lucci Gonzalez, Chris Hayden in Dallas, and obviously Dallas is a perennial powerhouse as far as developing youth and having that professional pipeline that really was giving true opportunity to players. And so they were ready for that jump, and I just wanted to sort of facilitate that through FC Dallas.
After being in the academy for maybe half a year or something like that, it was kind of the plan that I would start to work into the first team. And so when that time came and they wanted to sign a contract, we started talking about it, and we knew that there was this rule with my territory rights belonging to Houston due to the fact that I lived within a certain distance of the stadium there. The club spoke to the league about how that process would work and what exactly the rules were about that. And the league came back and basically said that if you're going to sign him as a homegrown in Dallas, you need to pay Houston some transfer fee to buy my rights from them. For me to be told that I need to go to a place that never wanted to really have me was a difficult thing to process. But in the end, saying, okay, if that's your ruling, then I'll find an opportunity elsewhere. And getting to go to Europe and play in Denmark for some years, and Norway as well, I think it worked out for me in a really good way, and I was able to really enjoy my time and make a decent career out of the situation.
Obviously, it's like a son to me. I've followed him around through his European path, and we've always stayed in touch through text, and his father and I are super close, and so it's just a family that trusted me with a 13-year-old, and he had chances to go places, and they were very loyal to and trusted in my developmental skills to do things right by Cap, and so just blessed that this opportunity to bring him back, and the timing was right for him as well. It's got to kind of all work for both sides, and luckily for us it did. And he's going to continue to get better and better in this league. He's going to be a guy that I think FC Dallas is going to be really proud of for years to come, and he's going to help us win.
It's a really nice feeling, I think, to be able to, in a way, start my development as a professional with Eric in Houston, and to go out to Europe and experience, different cultures and a different type of life. And I know that he's excited for me to be here, and I'm really excited to be here to try to help the team and try to put his vision onto the field.
Cap's a guy that I felt like we needed his profile. A guy who's 6'1", runs tirelessly, still has the endurance that I remember as a kid. Like he's a box to box. He's a winner. He's a destroyer. He's also got ways to hurt the opponent with his feed and ideas. So he's a complete package that I know the club knows well from his time being here, and it was time to sort of bring him back home.
I want to win. I think that's number one goal. Win as many games as possible. I think that only being here a few days, you can see the talent that the group has, and it feels like we're moving in the right direction when I talk to people. So to be able to join this and hopefully be able to help where I can for us to get to those goals that we have is something that I'm really looking forward to, and something that I think that's definitely achievable for us.